Porsches are known for the rear engine flat six engines. They don't really wander away from the boxer engine sports cars, but every now and again Porsche makes a supercar that is different from its brothers and sisters. The Carrera GT is one of the best sports cars of all time, and this is not just my opinion. The car was number 8 on the top sports cars of all time by Sports Car International, but what made this car so great? But before we get into the video, this video is sponsored by nobody, but I still need to do some plugging. If you love car and motorcycle content, leave a like and sub to the channel. It will be much appreciated. Without further ado, let's get into the video. The original plans for the GT was to create a flat 6 turbo, but luckily those plans fell through and the V10 Carrera GT was born. The Carrera GT was produced between 2003 and 2007 and was powered by a screaming 5.7 litre V10 with 603 horsepower and 590 Newton meters of torque. It put its power down through a 6-speed manual driving the rear wheels. The GT could do 0 to 100 in 3.5 seconds and had a top speed of 330 km per hour. Today these numbers are impressive, but you get similar numbers with the McLaren 570S, which is a monster of a car. But there are cars that are a lot quicker today. So why did everybody love the Carrera so much if the numbers isn't that crazy? Well, it starts with the sound. The sound a Carrera GT emits can cure depression. And because you could take the roof off, you could just sit and listen to that baby scream. Then you get into the styling. It's a Porsche, but it's different. The engine moves more inward, making it a mid-engine and giving it more of a supercar look than a sports car look. Next, race car engine. Have you ever heard a car salesman say, this car's got a racing engine in, or inspired by a race car engine? The Carrera GT actually has a racing engine. The 5.7 litre V10 that is in this car was developed for Le Mans racing for the Porsche theme. Unfortunately, it never saw a racetrack, but it's a real racing engine. And the car was fitted with a pure carbon fiber monocoque and subframe, which helped with rigidity and weight loss, so you had a very powerful car that's very light. In other words, this was a race car you could buy for the road, and it had no traction control and no stability control. Good luck! And you can't have a truly desirable supercar without making it exclusive. So Porsche only made 1,270 units, which means at the end of the day, you have a strikingly beautiful car with a lot of power and low production numbers. Which in turn means when you see a GT, you know the owner has two things. Number one, he's got a lot of money, and number two, he has a lot of balls. While the GT has been called the most dangerous car ever made. Why? Well, Porsche designed the car to be like an LMP race car. It was made to keep even the bestest of drivers on their toes. They didn't want electronics intervening with the driving experience. The problem, however, was that the car was very unforgiving, and the smallest of mistakes can be deadly. Porsche actually lost a lawsuit because of a crash where a passenger unfortunately passed away due to the car losing traction. Now, I'm not going to show you any footage of any crashes. I don't like showing those types of stuff. If you want to see how the cars looked afterwards, it's bad. The crashes aren't like slow speed crashes. And then there was the tragic loss of Paul Walker and Roger Rodas. The car does reward driver skill, but the car doesn't allow for any mistakes. Now for some, the dangerousness of the GT was why they dislike the car, and for others the raw driving experience is why they like the car. But there's no denying, if you are a collector, the Carrera GT is only going up in value, and I think it's an awesome car for your garage and some cruising. But I do also think if you want to drive the car, leave the racing for the track and make sure you know how to drive before you think you can throw this car around. It's a beast, not everybody can tame it. So let's say you've got a lot of money to play with and you want a car that you can thrash around town. I do not think the Carrera GT is for you. This car belongs in someone's collection, and normally I don't like garage ponies. I like a car that you can drive. With how difficult this car is to master, if you are just somebody with a lot of money, you don't have a lot of driving experience and skills, and everybody can say that I'm a good driver. I think I'm a good driver, but I don't think I can handle this car. Anyways, if you guys liked the video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. I've got more car and bike content. Check you in the next one. Cheers, Ari.